Next up, ARXB. So I'm also working on the ARXA, doing both these at the same time. I figured while I'm working on one, I might as well work on the other since they're so similar, identical in some ways. This is not a Goodwill find. This is one, when I picked up the XA, I've always wanted an XB. And I mean, I could have bought one, but I found this one on eBay, got it at a really good price. I want to say I paid like 120 bucks, but it's got some significant issues. That was like total, but don't quote me on that. I don't really remember. So, dust cover's in pretty bad shape. Right, so they put a hinge on it, which I'm not down with this hinge that they have. It doesn't really stay up. So I'm going to remove this hinge, and in the process of doing this, they destroyed the dust cover. So the ARXA, I initially thought I would maybe try to restore that one. I'm just going to repair that one. This one I'm going to spend a little bit more time on. At least that is my intent at the present. But I don't know. Right? So I always reserve the right to change my mind. So the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of this dust cover. And this dust cover is much worse than the one on the XA. So I don't know if I will try to just kind of glue this with some UV glue to get it to a place where it's somewhat functional. But I will figure that out as I go. And I'm going to remove this stupid hinge thing. I mean, they just went and bought like a cheap hinge. Yeah, I mean, this dust cover is in real bad shape. It's cracked. I mean, it would still function. It wouldn't look horrible. But if I can get this, assuming I get this working, and I'm pleased with the results, I will probably spend a little bit of money and get an aftermarket replacement. So, issues that I can remember on this, and I don't know what's in this bag. I have to look at that. There was an issue with, I think, does this not screw on? Yeah, I think the head shell, there's something going on where the head shell won't, like the threaded barrel here doesn't actually, well, there it kind of holds the head shell. But I mean, this tone arm may need some additional work. I think if I just got a different head shell. Oh, I have the one for the, I just picked up a new one from Pat's Audio for the XA, so let me try this one out and see if this actually, yeah. So I probably just need to get a new, I'll just need to get a new head shell for this one too. Which is not a big deal. These aren't that expensive. So this head shell will go bye-bye. So it looks like they mounted, yeah, so they've got, they kind of drilled through the top. I don't know if these came like this or not. I'm not an AR turntable expert by any stretch of the imagination. It has a Shure cartridge on it. They soldered they soldered the head shell wires onto the ends. I mean, someone really just kind of screwed this thing up. Probably, I don't know if I'll need that or not. So I'm going to put this back in the bag. So I'm going to have to buy one of these for it. And again, this is just the evaluation video. So tone arm stand looks okay. The tone arm elevator works. It's missing the little post cap. So there are just bare threads there. Now I remember something, trying to keep my AR stuff separate. I remember something was going on with, it's got a belt, and I've ordered new belts from Vinyl Nirvana. Yeah, so this pulley does not The motor has some threads on it. Now on the ARXA, this is pressure fit. So I'm not sure if this has a different motor. But this doesn't. I don't know if there's supposed to be something there, but so on my XA, and I actually have the pulley on my XA. Let me pull that off real quick. So here's the pulley off the XA. On the right, pulley on from the XB is on the left. So why is that shaft different? Number one, that shaft size. Because at Vinyl Nirvana, I can buy a new one of these. And according to them, it fits both models. So I don't know why the difference in shaft size. Now if I put this one on it, it's pressure fit and it goes down just fine. So that is interesting to me. They're both split. I wonder if this is maybe from a different model. I'll have to do some research and figure that out. But this one, as it sits, will not, it doesn't do anything. And this platter, or this, it's sitting up way high. I mean, look at the gap between, right, this and that. There's this mystery screw here. I don't know what the mystery screw is for. So this has really been, I'm just looking at the ARXA. So this motor shaft on the ARXA is the same height and size. That's still really odd. And then this one has some kind of like external threading. I don't know what's going on with this thing. So maybe I didn't get a good deal. I'm thinking I got hoodwinked on this one. So I'm not sure. This is probably holding. Right now there's no spring suspension on this. This is, so I don't know if this is like a transport screw or what. I'm going to take this off and I want to see if this drops. It doesn't really do anything. I'm thinking that's a transport screw because it's threaded there. Again, not an AR expert. I'm kind of going into this one blind like I normally do. So let's see if I can remove the inner platter. Yeah, see, this is just, it's like sucked all the way to the top. There are no, I bet the springs must be tightened all the way. Now, I just realized, well, I don't have the full weight on here. So that might be okay. But this was, that transport screw was holding that T-brace all the way to the top. And now it's dropped down. And I guess it has to be higher on this because there's a lip on the plinth. So maybe that's why it's longer. And what I want to do is just see where the pulley lines up on this. Yeah, I mean the pulley lines up with the platter just fine. So that's weird. So if I put the ARXA pulley on this, it's gonna sit too low. Man, that's weird. Again, I'm gonna have to do some homework on this. So anyway, as it is right now, this will not, that's not the motor spinning. This is the pulley loose on the motor shaft spinning. I might be able to maybe pinch that in a little bit. It's aluminum, I don't want to break it. I don't know that it'll stay if I do that, but let's see. So pinch that in a little bit and push it down. Now it's stuck, but it's got a wobble to it. So that's not good. So may reach out to Vinyl Nirvana and see what they know. Anyway, not going to spend any time on this today. Well, you know, actually I do want to see if it turns though. I don't remember if it turns. Let's see. Oh, listen to that motor noise. That's wonderful. That doesn't sound good, does it? And there's no This has no torque to it whatsoever. Will it even spin the platter? Yeah, that thing's not gonna, I don't like that. Plus this pulley's jacked. It's got a big dent in it. So what I'm curious about is this shaft crooked? No. I don't think the shaft is crooked. Anyway. Alright, so we got that issue with it. So at least it spins. Veneer is peeling up all over this thing. So this will be one that, assuming I can get it working, this one will be re-veneered. I have some old veneer I've been sitting on for a while. So it has replacement. It has a replacement tone arm wires. The old one's here and it's just cut. Man, I don't like that. Whew. This is going to cost me some money to get this one working. So the money I thought I saved, I don't think I saved, because this is kind of a mess. So I mean, as long as these tone arm wires work, I guess that's okay. But I like these things to kind of be original. So I may try to find some tone arm wires for this. Now these springs are much stiffer than the springs on the ARXA. They were super spongy. These feel pretty good. I did buy a spring kit for it. So, I mean, these are basic turntables. I should, knock on wood, be able to get this running without any issue. Or, well, I should be able to get it running. Bottom panel appears to be the AR panel. Got some stuff missing from the sides. Yeah, this is nice. So this is gonna be a job. And I guess I could give it a sound check just to see, which I think is what I'll do just to finish out this evaluation video. And then I'll probably have to order some stuff for it. So let me just remove this. Honestly, the Goodwill Find ARXA is in better shape than this, by far. So, all right, I'm gonna get this set up to go through my stereo, see if I get sound. Well, we have nice, excuse me. We have nice hum on one channel, which is awesome. Man, some of the stuff I get myself into. So let's spin it up. Oh, I have sound out of one channel. Look at it vibrate. Oh, too much, too much. So I have one channel that's out, which doesn't surprise me. This thing is so butchered. So we got a little bit of vibration. Can you see that wobble? Have no idea about speed. I'm not even going to worry about testing speed. But we definitely have. That might be just because that pulley's crooked. So at least we have sound out of one channel, which doesn't really matter, I guess, because here's what we have going on with this tone arm. First of all, I guess I just need to adjust it. So one of these screws is all the way out over here, so it's not sitting in here Yeah. Right, so it's not sitting in here correctly. So this head shell, and this may actually be why I don't have the channel. Check this out. This barrel slides right off. There's a little metal kind of retention washer there, and that should stop this from sliding all the way off, but it is not. And I can't see what on the inside would cause that to not work. So what I'm thinking is this might be a candidate for a different tone arm. Whether it's an AR tone arm or something else, this may be like a mod, and I may put a different tone arm on it. So I'm just kind of curious. No, I'm still getting hum out of that right channel. Yeah. So something's broken somewhere. All right, so this is going to be quite the project. Although these are, like I said, these are pretty simple turntables. This is just a junk slip mat I keep in the garage. So anyway, looks like I have my work cut out for me on this one. I will, I'm going to finish the ARXA first. I probably won't release any footage on this until I get that one done, because I'm just about done with that one at this point, but I'm waiting on parts to come in for that one. So we'll see what... Hey, let's look at this though. I get all sorts of things like this. Let's see what is in here. I've got a 45 adapter and something broken. Oh, it's an AR. A mounting bracket, maybe? I don't know what these are. I'll have to see if I can figure out what this is, but it's disgusting. I don't know what that is. Or I'm just going to throw it in the trash and not care about it, because I don't think I'm going to use anything else of it. So anyway, that's it for the ARXB Part 1, the initial evaluation. Stay tuned, because there will be more videos on this as I work through the repair. So as always, if you like what you see, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.